Hey, morning. I'm just going to give you a very quick safety briefing, but I would start by introducing my colleague, John. He's our scout. John has many years of experience, so he knows and understands the behavior of animals. So his entire responsibility is the safety aspect of the walk. When we're walking, there's an element of danger, but the good news is that the animals will give way. 99% of the time, they will flee than fight. So in any scenario where we get into that, John will deal with that. I will give you instructions of what to do. So we don't panic, just drift away calmly to a safe spot and let John deal with the situation. When the situation is calm, we'll get back onto our trail. Walking is about the whole spectrum of life, the large things and the little things. And when we're walking, you know, the order of march is a single file, but that is relaxed when we're out in the open. And also another element that we need to be looking at is we allow a bit of conversation, but we don't have to be too noisy. If you see something that I have not seen or John has not seen, you don't just dash off. You know, we'll use some signals of how we communicate. And if suddenly we bump into something very close, we might be able to use some hand signals. John, you know, if he does that, it simply means that let's just stop. If he does that, then we squat. You know, so it's going to be an enjoyable experience. So if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask. Oh, one last thing. If there's need for a bush use of the facility, you know, you don't just dash off. I'll send John to inspect. If he doesn't come back, pick another bush. All right, ready for the walk? Cool. This would be aerial spoor. See that clump of mud there? This is a regular hippo highway. And hippos coming from that drying up lagoon with all the mud. The mud, you know, sticks to the bushes as they walk by. Classic signs of the bush. Look at a lovely pod of hippos over there. What's happening now is that the lagoon is shrinking very rapidly, and all the smaller family groups of hippos will be clustered together in the remaining pools of water. And what tends to happen then is there will be a lot of territorial fights between the males, and quite often the little ones get squashed and get killed in those territorial fights. As you can see on the edges as well, there's quite several crocodiles there, and the crocs are there predominantly for the fish. What happens is the hippos defecate in the water, and that attracts fish, which is like 70% of the crocodile's diet. When approaching drying up paddles, you need to be cautious and just give them a wide berth and really respect them. Other than that, they're beautiful and cuddly animals. That's a cow and a calf over there. And that's another cow. I think that one to the far right is a bull. I think the baby is somewhat like 2 to 3 years. See, they're happily feeding on the grass across there, most of which is rhino thistle. They can see movement better than objects. And a cow with a calf will always be aware of the dangers and will instinctively will be very protective of its young. So when we talk a bit, she's able to hear, but she's comfortable because she hasn't smelled us at all. She hasn't got our wind. The wind is now still in our favor. I think we should just slowly drift away. We don't want to make her panic. You know, she's got a little one there, so we don't want to make her panic at all. Okay, let's just drift away. This is a woolly kepper bush. It retains its green leaves all year round. And at this time of the year, when you expect everything to be dry and brown, a lot of the trees and bushes are coming into new leaf. As you can see, it is highly sought after by browsing animals. You see the lower section is all void of leaves. That's where the impala, bushback, and kudu will be browsing. It's like the bush has got a haircut. The top bit is still intact. The bottom bit has been beautifully grazed around. You see the oily smudge on the tree stump here? That's a civet marking point. The civets will do that as a significance for territorial marking. But in earlier times, they used to farm civets for their anal gland, which was used as a fixative for perfumes.
Oh.
And the anal gland in itself is called civet, and in its raw form, it's got quite a pungent. Ooh, feel that?
Oh, that is pungent, yeah.
That is pungent, yeah. Ooh. Remnants of a buffalo. Not a good thing to lose a head. Looking at this could have happened a couple of weeks ago. Lion, definitely. Although lions are opportunists, they seem to prey more on buffalo this time of the year because the animals are gathering in larger herds and coming down to permanent water and the river itself. Looking at the lower jaw and the molars, it looks like it was a youngish animal. Look at that. Sleep well. The two male lions by the water's edge. Let us just creep along towards the ledge and see how close we can get to them. Okay, let's just follow John quietly. Immediately. Let's just go like that. Yeah, let's just quickly walk. Yeah, they seem quite relaxed. They haven't seen us yet. So let's see how we can go over that ledge and just make sure that we can look at them safely. Oh, look, they've seen us now. Oh, they're beautiful. They've just been eating. You can see the blood on the mane. Oh, beautiful animals. Let's drift away. Let's just drift away. Oh, look, them running, growling. Oh. Okay. That's the end of the walk. Thank you very much, John, for looking after us. I can't do a head count. I hope everyone is here. Like I said earlier, walking is about the small things and the big things. I'm actually impressed with what we saw. It was a really action-packed walk. I hope you enjoyed it.